Hey guys, my name is Neil and welcome to Neil Workshop Zone. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the different models of generative AI. So in our previous video, we talked about the basic concept of AI, which if you haven't checked it out, I recommend checking out this episode. But in this video, we'll be learning about the different models of generative AI. So without further ado, let's talk about them. But before we talk about them, let's talk about another simple concept. So let's say you want to use AI. Where do you start? Right? That's the question that everyone has. So I would suggest that if you're starting out with generative AI, you can use paid services like Midjourney or Lensa. This make it easy to create cool visuals without much technical skill. But if you're more experienced, you can work directly with notebooks and choose from a range of models. For example, when you upload like 10 pictures of yourself to an app, the AI now suggests like different avatars. It's pretty fun now because I don't have to spend 10 hours of my life editing a single photo. And now if you're familiar with generative AI at a deeper level, say a creative technologist, you can use this thing known as GitHub to find models you like. If the model you want isn't already in notebook form, you can ask around the generative AI community, which is quite helpful. Programmers though can take things further. They can grab model code directly from GitHub and build their own notebooks, customizing everything for their needs. For example, you can run a Google Colab notebook called Deform, which is built on a stable diffusion model to generate a fancy landscape. The notebook runs through the code, and depending on the settings you choose, it gives you a unique output. Now, Google Colab does require a subscription, but if you want faster processing, you'll need to pay for it. And these notebooks do give a lot of control over how the final output looks, often plenty of customization options. You can stick with default settings, but the real power, you could say, comes to you when you adjust things to your liking. So, in short, to put it simply, a model is a set of algorithms trained on specific data. And Notebook is a tool where you can run and customize that model. Creative applications use these models to generate results, and the outcome is a final product created either by a user through a service or by working directly with the notebook and model. So now that we talked about how a person can use AI depending on which level they're at, on contrast to anything, you can now talk about the different models of AI. Now, we're going to dive deeper into some of the most recognized types of generative AI models and explore the various applications they cover to help conceptualize this. Let's use a metaphor. What I'm talking about. So think of generative AI models like food. Now, under food, you have different categories like continental, Chinese. My mouth is watering thinking about it. Anyways, there are different types of food categories, right? And similarly, there are different models suited for different needs under the model or under the concept of generative AI. Just like how you would like to use a specific meal depending on your taste. Now, this isn't intended to be an all-encompassing list of every single model or application available. Rather, it's more like a guide to help you navigate the ever-evolving generative AI landscape and understanding how you can leverage it effectively. Now, do keep in mind that this landscape shifts rapidly, sometimes daily. By the time you're watching this video, there will likely be many new models, tools, and applications already in play. This constant evolution is what makes generative AI so exciting. Even my friend recently got mistaken many times for AI and real content, and even me myself too. So AI is shifting really fast, and this is what makes AI so interesting. So let's start by exploring some of the key models together and see what they have to offer. So NLG, or known as natural language generation, is probably the most recognized application of generative AI. Especially with the rise of ChatGPT, most of the buzz around text-based AI revolves around the model called GPT, which stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. Yes, GPT isn't just a random word that they used for ChatGPT to sound cool. It does have a meaning. So GPT is a language model developed by OpenAI, an organization focused on advancing friendly AI technologies. The concept of pre-training a language model and fine-tuning it on task-specific datasets isn't exactly new. This technique has been around for decades and used in various models prior to GPT. However, GPT stands out due to its large-scale use of transformer architecture and its ability to generate human-like text, which has driven its widespread adoption in natural language processing, or also call it as NLP. So, Think of GPT as a sophisticated writing assistant. You give it a prompt, whether it's a topic, a sentence, or a concept, and it generates text in response. It can write emails, articles, or even write stories, continuing from where you left off. In terms of industry applications, GitHub Copilot is also a notable example. It's a service that leverages OpenAI's Codex model and to suggest code in real time, right within the code editor. By doing this, it minimizes the need for developers to search for external solutions, speeding up the coding process with smarter auto-completion is how it rolls. Another strong example is Microsoft's integration of ChatGPT into Bing's search functionality, allowing users to obtain concise information faster. When OpenAI did make ChatGPT available to the public on November 30th, I think, of 2022, it reached 1 million users in less than a week. That is remarkable. To put that into perspective, it took Netflix 4 to 9 months, Twitter 24 months, Airbnb, the app used for booking hotels, which isn't available here in India, but still, it took it 30 months, for Facebook 10 months, and for Instagram 2.5 months to hit the same milestone that ChatGPT, because technically OpenAI made it basically hit it in a week. These numbers highlight how quickly people have embraced generative AI tools in their workflows, co-creating with AI at an unprecedented pace, which is true because a lot of people are using AI in their day-to-day life. Even I am using AI in my day-to-day life. If I don't understand anything in my life, I just ask ChatGPT to simplify it for me, which is really helpful. However, while ChatGPT is powerful, it has notable limitations. It struggles with common sense, lacks true creativity, and doesn't genuinely understand the text it generates because it doesn't have a brain. Additionally, there's the issue of bias in data sets and the potential danger of normalizing mediocrity, especially in creative writing. Because if you ask ChatGPT to write a script for something, for example, an advertisement, it lacks the creativity that makes it different. Unlike us, humans who have creativity in whatever we do, AI can't really generate creativity. So natural language models may stimulate human-like output, but careful thought is still needed when designing and deploying generative AI tools. ChatGPT is highly effective for generating factual or computable information, but we should exercise caution when relying on it for creative or opinion-based items. So that's about GPT, you could say, or it's a type of AI model. In my next video, we'll talk a lot more about these concepts, but for now, that's about it. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out any new videos. And that's all folks, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.